kindly introduce briefly about yours, briefly only. Again, we'll go back. Yes, sir. Now today is our AC Prasad, CBR Prasad Chalasani Rajendra Babu Prasad. So he is now settled in Shamshabad, Hyderabad. So, sir, you can introduce yourself briefly.
Good evening, sir, everybody.
Very good evening, sir. Very good evening.
First of all, I should congratulate Mr. Rao Garu for forming an excellent group. And it will be playing I am confident it will play big role in the social cause in future.
Under your guidance, sir, people like definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
My name is CBR Prasad. I am son of a small farmer in a remote village. In 1956, in 5th class, I participated in a small run. I was defeated. So I thought I must win. That fire is still on.
Welcome, sir. Today, another day of Wednesday webinars where we share the success stories of our extraordinary air warriors or super air warriors. And in this process, now today is the time to listen to the great and inspiring and philanthropic story of our today's hero, AC CBR Prasad Garu, Chalasani Babu Rajendra Prasad Garu from Hyderabad. So it's a proud moment for me that he is such a philanthropist or a person. Then we will all, once we listen to this and definitely enjoy it without anything. Otherwise, you are missing something if you are not on the call today. So as it is, I am your little Sergeant Rao TB, served for Indian Air Force in 15 years. For 15 years, thereafter practiced and advocate for 10 years. And entrepreneurial journey for the past 20 years. And we have been, it's a wonderful journey for me to go on with all of you for the past 5 months, interviewing or interacting with all our super air warriors, not normal, with extraordinary success stories. Now, I have the privilege to introduce one of its kind of a personality, started his journey as a small rural boy and went on to become the most successful entrepreneur in the poultry industry in South India. Now he is our CBR Prasad Garu. So his story has all the material, challenges, difficulties, sufferings, bouncing back and come back with kind of setback kind of things. So it's a great a privilege to know his story for us. Now, so he joined Air Force in August 1964 in the trade of an airframe and got his training at Kanpur those days. And he got first posting to Avadi, then next one at our Hakimpet, Hyderabad. Then he was interested in sports and went into weightlifting kind of thing. He is a workaholic person and stubborn person. So never say die kind of person until he reaches his goal. So with that kind of determination and attitude, he went on his journey by using our Air Force as a springboard for his success in all the days. Now, he is so fearless and workaholic and crazy and stubborn and powerful and all kind of things. Then he served for only 9 years. He was always believing in Dil Mange more. He wants to always do something more for himself. So he is a workaholic. With that concept, he always wanted more. So he did not want to clear the LIC examination. He wanted to come out with whatever the learnings he had in the service and grow to his full potentiality. That's how he remained AC and got discharged, as he did not get any promotion within 9 years of service. So now let us hear from him his story, starting from the childhood with a rural background and how he appeared for the airman selection in Begumpet with only 5 rupees in his hand, walking for more than 40 kilometers up to Vijayawada and thereafter going to Hyderabad. There is a lot of filmy rags to riches kind of story it is. So now over to our welcome, sir. I request all our air warriors also to chart a kind of welcome to our air warrior today. Please chart for his welcome and also his tremendous success in civil life. So welcome, sir, with all these things. Yeah, CBR Prasad Garu, please. Now you can.
Thank you, well, Prasad Garu.
Yes, sir. I request all others to go on mute, sir. Yes, sir. Please. Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody.
Sir, so you can start your journey, sir, starting from your childhood, where you were grown up, and how you come to Air Force, what motivated you to join Air Force, kind of thing.
First of all, I should thank Mr. Rao for making such a excellent group. Then I was thinking so far that my achievements are very big, but when I heard so many people like IAS, IPS, Vice Chancellors, advocates, I was really thrilled and I was so happy. And last almost, I think, 1 month, I came across with your group. I am really energized more. So another, some more I thought I must work some. So really,
yes, sir, all achievers in our group, all remarkable achievers, not small achievers.
No, I am little, it's only my work side, that's all.
No, you are like a Himalayan mountain, sir. Nobody can reach your height. That is the point.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Anyhow, I'll start with a little introduction myself.
Yes, sir.
I am son of a small farmer in a remote village, Krishna district, Andhra Pradesh. When I was at the age of 10, when I was studying 5th class, I had participated in a small competition, one small run. I was defeated, so I thought I must win. That fire is still on. Now I am 75. Okay. Still, I am as young as now 10 years old. Still, that fire is on. So, after 2 months, there was an exam to go to high school, from elementary school to high school. There also I failed. There also I failed. So then I thought I should never fail again. So I was a very poor student, below the common man. So, but I never failed again. In the 10th class, 11th class, I was the only man passed out of my 11 childhood friends.
Oh, that's great. One among 11. Yes, sir. Okay.
So during this 6th class to 11th class, I was progressing very well in sports and as well as in education also. In 8th class, I saw one man, Mr. Kavineni Iswarao. He's a pure agriculture farmer. He participated twice in the Olympic from our village.
Oh, that's great.
By seeing him, I thought I must win Olympic medal. So that determination I was working. When I completed my 11th class, my parents asked me to go to college. I said, I am not fit student for going to college. My aim is to win Olympic medal.
So that's great.
I asked some people where I can get better facilities and all. So somebody advised defense is better or railways is better.
Okay.
So then one day I saw in the paper there is a selection for airmen. Straight away I went to Vijayawada. I got selected and with 5 rupees my mother collected 1 paisa, 2 paisa and tied in a small cloth and given me. And with the 5 rupees I started my journey. I went to Kanpur, trained for 1 year.
So how did you, for going towards recruitment, how did you go to Vijayawada, sir, from your home place?
Yes, I walked down for 40 kilometers because if I can save 1 rupee. If I can save 1 rupee. because my mother said whether you can come back with 5 rupees or not.
That's great.
So I said, yes. I will not come back. I will be selected without any doubt.
Okay, you are so confident about the selection.
I was so confident I will be selected.
So that's great.
So like that I got selected.
Sir.
And in the first, in the campus, in the very first beginning itself, they started asking me to pull the grass. And absolutely, outside the door, there is no work. I was feeling myself lazy. Okay. Except that physical fitness, that physical training, morning 1 hour, 2 hours, morning 2 hours and evening 2 hours. The rest of the time I was getting bored.
Okay.
So they were asking me to pull the grass and all. I said, what is this? This is some productivity work is required. This work is nothing. Give me 1 poda. I can finish within this 200 people job.
Okay.
I said, no, this is the only work I have to do. But like that, I have never felt any thrill in that work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I never felt in it.
Okay.
But I was enlightened. I was enlightened by seeing so many people from different parts of the country, different people, different culture, different communities. I was really exposed. That has given me all, whatever today what I am. It is because of that exposure. And
Okay.
I think most of you all also the same.
Yeah, it's a great, it's a great platform for anybody to develop. So whatever
Yes.
now we see the IAS, IPS, vice chancellors or entrepreneurs, they're all the
Yes.
product of Air Force. In fact,
Yes,
we should all
yes,
should be
exactly.
grateful to Air Force.
Exactly.
Otherwise, would have remained as a village boy, taking
Yes.
out livelihood from fields or kind of small kinds of jobs. Yes, sir.
Yes, maybe I would have been a small farmer or a middle class farmer.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all. If there
Yes.
is no exposure of Air Force.
Yes,
Even
sir.
other day, about 1 month back, one of my seniors telephoned to me,
Sir.
weightlifting.
Sir.
He said, Mr. Prasad, how fortunate we are to join in Air Force. Really,
It's a great boon to be able
really
to
fortunate.
join. Yes, sir.
So we should give back to the society something.
Yes, sir.
So that's it.
Okay.
So like that, my career started, and within that first 9 years, within eight and a half years, I reached the national standard. Anyway, I was in a rare position to represent India in weightlifting.
Okay.
I reached almost the peak.
Okay.
And I was confident. In India, I'm in a position to represent India. During that time, railways officials saw my lifting performance and asked me to come and join in railways. They promised me to do good posting in Vijayawada. So by the time 9 years completed,
Vijayawada, like your home posting like thing.
Yes,
Vijayawada.
yes.
Yes, sir.
And my 9 years also completed. I was allowed to go out. So like that, I come out. But after coming out, I did not get job 2 months.
So what is the purpose of leaving the service, sir, again?
No, only for the sports.
Sports purpose. Yes, sir.
Only for the sports, because I can get better. Because in defense, I felt I was not getting the sufficient, because I am not, I'm a little shy person. I don't come and go. I go and ask anybody.
Yeah. I understand.
People
Yes,
go and ask, they get it everything.
Yeah.
But I'm shy person. I don't ask anybody anything.
Okay.
So I was not getting good privilege.
So railways came in.
Promised.
Yeah.
As the railways promised, and it is a native place posting.
Yes, sir.
So I thought it is better for a chance. So like that, I come out. But after coming out, they didn't give me.
Okay.
There was a delay in getting a job.
Okay.
There were 2 months. So I'm a little short-tempered man. I fought with him. He asked me to come out, and you are not giving me.
Okay.
So, but that fellow said, "Oh, Jack out." I understood. I understood what is the civil life and what is the defense life. So I left no other choice. I was forced to give up my sports.
Okay.
Because I didn't have any pension. I have no qualification. I don't get any good job. So I was forced to give up my sports and started a small poultry farm for my livelihood.
Where, sir? Which place? Where did you start?
In Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, yes.
Because my brother-in-law was running a small grape garden.
Okay.
And a small poultry farm.
So what was the investment, sir, for starting the business?
When I came out, I had only about 10,000 rupees. And
that is the retirement benefit from Air Force. That is gratuity kind of thing.
And when I joined in Air Force, my father gave me 1 acre land. He sold out that 1 acre land of my share, and given that that money to my father-in-law. So that with the interest, he has given me that another 10,000 rupees. That 10,000 is 10,000, 20,000 rupees, and he has given to his daughter 20,000 rupees. So about 40,000 rupees, I started a small farm.
Okay.
So with that, I have day and night work, humanly impossible physical work I have done.
Okay. So because you are a workaholic, you always want work. You always want work.
Yes. I was always hungry for work.
Hungry.
Yeah. I never feel hungry for food. Okay. I was always hungry for work.
So that is the level of your commitment towards the work.
Yes, that has given me also returns.
Yeah.
Had I been in some other business, or especially if it is related to government or in public relation, I would have been utter flop.
Okay, with the kind of mindset you have, yes.
I got the exact right job.
Okay.
Farming.
So you became your own entrepreneur.
Yes, I was. Right. I'm what you call what I feel myself. Telugulo ఏమంటారు ఎట్లా చెప్తారు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో నేనే నా ఆయుధం.
I am my own weapon. Yes.
So like that, I worked hard. Fortunately, it has I developed. First, I thought within 10 years, I should increase that. I started with 1,500 birds.
1,500, yes, sir. How much land, sir? How much extent land?
3.5 acres. I purchased 1 acre for 1,000 rupees.
1 acre for 1,000. So
1,000 rupees.
Those were the days, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And 3.5 acres land. Sir. And 1,500 birds I paid.
Okay.
So I thought I must increase to 15,000 within 10 years. I had a goal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because Hyderabad, somebody has got 10,000 birds.
Acha, you wanted to go up beyond him.
In Andhra Pradesh. I thought I must go more than him.
Yeah.
So I thought. So within that 3 years, I achieved that.
That's great. Out of you set it for 10 years and you achieved within
my target, I completed within 3 years.
Great, sir. Yes.
Then when I completed the 15,000 birds, I thought I should have 150,000 birds. 10 times
10 times more.
10 times. Every time 10 times I should go.
Oh, good.
So because why somebody has got in Nashik 1 lakh birds.
Achha.
So I must be bigger.
You want to always be on the top.
Yes. So within 7 years I achieved that.
Oh, that's great, sir. Yes.
By 1983, sir, I was the biggest poultry farmer in the country.
In the country?
Within 10 years, sir, I was the biggest poultry farmer in the country.
Okay. That's great, sir.
So that was a turning point in my life. All my problems, whatever problems I faced, this was a turning point in my life. People asked me to go for a hatchery because the hatchery industry was so monopoly. The farmer has to obey the driver of the supplier.
Whatever they say.
Driver is to come and dictate turn to us.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You get it, unload immediately. Otherwise, I'll take away the chicks. We booked that chicks 6 months back by paying full money. And your driver says, if you don't get it unloaded immediately, I will take away the chicks.
Such a monopolic attitude. Yes, sir.
I told him, bloody hell, I'll remove all the 4 tires. Air and I will not allow you to move here.
Yeah.
Keep all the chicks down and take your vehicle. Otherwise, like that, the trouble started.
Okay.
The problem started there.
Yes, sir.
So then they stopped giving me chicks.
Okay. Right.
So in that condition, I was forced to go into the hatchery.
So diversified into poultry into hatcheries.
Hatchery.
So what is the difference, sir, between poultry and hatchery?
Poultry means only we produce the table eggs.
Okay.
Hatchery means from the parent birds, the genetic stock. They produce the chicks and sell to the farmers.
Okay. Production of chicks.
It is a super business. Those days it was a super business.
Okay.
Even now also.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
I entered into the hatchery line. Within 3 years, I captured their 37% of share.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Because of your commitment and that attitude towards work. Yeah.
Actually, the farmers with the farmers' request, I started the hatchery.
Okay.
Other farmers, because they are also facing the same problem.
Yes, sir.
So with their request, I started the farmer hatchery. They all came forward. They had given me blank checks. But when we floated a company, Farmers Hatchery in India Limited, and when I started coming to the production functioning, everybody backed out.
Oh, why, sir? Why?
They are afraid.
Because of their monopoly or their influential power.
And they pampered them also. We'll give you free checks. We'll give you less rate. And there's all these pickle-minded people. They all left me.
Okay.
So I was forced to go to alone, single-handedly.
So what was the investment, sir, at that point in time? I think
it's a very huge investment. It is very huge investment. Without any money, I started.
Oh, yeah.
I started. I never went back. I went to banks. Banks didn't finance.
Okay.
They told to bankers.
Because of the political or other power, they were
yes, political and all. They went to bankers and said, he is a very good farmer. He has grown very well. But unfortunately, he is going for hatchery. He will be out.
Okay.
So the banker was afraid.
Okay.
So they said, no, you ask for another 1 lakh, we will finance you, but not for the hatchery. So I was forced to borrow outside money, 3 rupees interest, 4 rupees, 5 rupees interest.
Okay.
I borrowed money and all my farm, I sold out everything, all my birds, and started hatchery, and finally successful.
Okay.
I imported birds. They were not allowing to any other people to give imported birds. And they changed the government rules, import policies. They were bribing my doctors, they were bribing my managers.
So everybody, they played all the tricks.
Yes, they have played all the tricks and they made me zero.
Oh.
After capturing 37% share,
sir,
I have become zero.
Oh, okay.
I was to get from the market.
Because of their influence, the political power and influence.
Yes. There, I used to get money from market 5 crores. I go in the market 5 crores.
Sir.
I become zero. I had 500 acres of land and 10 lakhs valued a build-up area,
Sir.
but no birds.
Oh, because of this diversification and
Yes.
because of the challenges faced.
And only that imported birds, leftover 5,000 birds are there. In the last stage, I have to cull them. Any day I have to cull them.
Okay.
So during that time, one doctor advised me that it can be done. You can develop pure lines with synthesizing the imported birds and these local birds. We can produce the birds.
Hybrid
But
kind
your
of thing. Hybrid like.
Hybrid. But your crops will be multiplied.
Okay.
Nobody will buy from you.
Ah.
But in spite of his this one, all the risk, I have gone ahead. I started synthesizing birds. I started producing, and I have become a joker in the market.
Acha. they thought you were a foolish person.
Yeah. All the educated doctors, they were joking. Oh, see, we are scientists ban gaya.
Crazy person. Yeah.
With all that, I was successful.
That's great, sir. That is great. So you have come back from from that setback.
In the meantime, these 5 years, anybody in the market, some 2 or 3 people meet in the market. The first question is, still CBR is alive? He has not committed suicide?
My
because
God.
In the process, I have gone through so many problems.
That was the talk going on. That was the talk going on.
Face the union, face the custom problem, landed into jail, lost my daughter. So many problems.
Okay.
Even I don't expect enemy, worst to my enemy also should face this now. I
so
lost my 14 years old God with all these problems.
Sir.
And finally, after 7 years,
yes, sir,
I have cleared all the debts, bank loans, everything.
Okay.
And free from all this. Okay. During that time, I come across with Seva Bharati.
So I think we salute your comeback power, sir. Even in spite of the setback, such as you expect, unexpected turns and twists of life and business.
It and was a hell.
Yeah, acha.
ఏమంటారు తెలుగులో చెప్తాను
లివింగ్
ఇప్పటికీ తలుచుకుంటే ఒళ్ళు గగుర్తు పడుస్తుంది.
I think it was living hell.
I get shivering here. Once I remember now.
Such were the conditions created by them. Yes, sir. But we salute your power, willpower.
Every day it was a life and death question. Every day it was a life and death question.
Okay. For about 7-8 years. How much time, sir? For about 5 years?
This crisis was a real crisis. The work is itself is for almost 10 years. First 10 years, every day it is a hard work.
Yes, sir.
It is a day and night work.
That was different.
Glorious work.
Yes, sir.
But these 7 years.
Yes, sir.
ఏదో అంటారు పెద్ద సీన్ అని.
The crisis kind of thing for you. Yeah.
That 7 years, every day it was a life and death question. Especially during that union period.
Okay.
You remember that in Yanam, one fellow lost his son-in-law. The workers killed his son-in-law. By union workers.
Yes,
killed his son-in-law about 7-8 years back.
Okay.
That was a situation every day in my farm for more than 2-3 years.
Created by these rivals.
Rivals.
That's great. But how did you come out of it, sir? How did you get over it?
It's because of my determination. I never bow down to them.
Okay. You are stubborn always. You are sticking to your guns.
Finally, that union leader came and salute to me. Sir, I have come across so many people, MDs. They are all afraid of me. But we are afraid of you.
So you won over your enemies also.
Yes.
That's really great, sir. That is great.
Because he told one day I scolded my workers. Useless fellow, don't get into problem. I'll close down the farm. I am not interested because it has grown now. So many people I have given employment. I am growing. I am increasing. If you do all this like this, if you don't work properly, quality will come down. We all will be out. I'll close down. This they went and told to the leader. So he came and told me, it seems you are threatening our workers. Somebody has come. Narendra Babu, I think he is one of our employee. It seems you are threatening our workers. That you will close down the hatchery. Wherever you start, Kanyakumari to Kashmir, we'll come and establish our union there.
Okay.
I told him, you come and tell me after 6 months. This is the same word whether you can.
No, it means. It means you are. Say one side. Sorry to interrupt. It means that you are on one side, the whole union and other people on the other side.
Yes.
So fighting.
So, union, other all competitors.
Yes.
All the competitors, union.
On the other side. Okay.
And
okay.
little workers who are working with me for the from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Small workers
Sir.
who are working right from the from my starting. Some 10-15 very less paid employees. They were with me.
Yes, okay.
But highly paid people, nobody were with me.
Acha. They were all won over by them, other parties.
Yes.
Right, sir.
So like that I faced and come out. And when I completed all this one.
Now, here one interesting point. How did the Air Force experience come into your rescue during this crisis situation? The things you learned in Air Force?
Air Force experience has come out anything. I don't think. Only thing, Air Force has given me a lot of exposure.
Yes, sir.
To know the world.
Yes, sir.
Exposure.
Okay.
And especially only that during the war time, how one has to work with a determination.
Okay. 71 war. Yes, sir.
71 war, Bangladesh war. Sir. I was in tubing Pune.
Yes, sir.
We are working day and night.
Okay.
I think B-52 bomber or something like that.
Canberra, sir.
Canberra. Wow. Yeah. I was working on that one for a few months during the war time.
Okay, sir.
So that experience, when in the crisis, how one has to work.
Acha.
We are not sleeping. We are not eating. Okay. Always we are on the
move, and always on the move.
Always. Only eating and coming and sleeping there on the tarmac.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So, okay, finally, by the grace of God, you came out of all the crisis situations. Yes, sir. From then onwards?
So then when I came, by the time I completed 25 years.
Yes, sir.
So I celebrated a
Silver Jubilee. Yes, that's great.
And during that time, I had given 25 lakhs rupees cash awards in 25 different fields, like best sportsman, best farmer, scientist, poet, like that in 25 different fields. I gave 25 lakhs cash awards.
Okay.
And Chandrababu Naidu has come as a chief guest.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So during that I announced on the stage itself, now I am retiring from the business.
Okay.
It was a shock for everybody, to my family also. I never told to anybody.
So all of a sudden took a decision.
I told everybody that I want to give everything to all these properties, these 500 acres to my employees, and they have to repay with bank interest.
Okay.
After that, 10% they have to, once they repay, 10% they have to give to the society.
Okay. Corporate social responsibility, like
social responsibility.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Some people worked hard; they have become bigger than me. Some people, lazy people, they did not work; they left it. And finally, out of the 500 acres, I sold out 350 acres.
Okay.
And I given to my wife 1%, 2% to my daughter.
Sir.
Remaining 97%. Whatever is left over, that I'm utilizing for the public cause.
Charitable purposes. That's great, sir. I think give him a big round of applause, sir, for his philanthropic approach towards the society, paying back to the society. 97. Now people we see, they even all the anybody, they have that mindset of amassing health as much as possible. But yours is a different kind of reversal of it. You wanted to 97% means really hats up to you, sir.
The reason for this is,
sir,
during my first posting in Avadi,
yes, sir,
our Air Force elder people, they called one gentleman as a chief guest for the anniversary.
Okay.
His name is G.D. Naidu.
Sir.
He is the biggest industrialist in South India without any education.
Without any education, yes.
He is totally illiterate. He cannot even sign.
Sir.
He was the biggest industrialist. He was called as a chief. He called as a chief guest for an anniversary in Air Force Avadi.
Okay, sir.
So there he said, India was the greatest country on the earth for thousands of years.
Yes, sir.
Because the reason is our ancient Rishi, Munis and all, they guided the society that first 25 years is a balyam.
Yeah, childhood. 25 years is childhood.
You have to work, you have to study, you have to work, you have to learn.
Yes, sir.
The second 25 years, that is the balyam. Second 25 years is Gruhastu. After marriage.
Family man, family life.
Family man. You have to work for the family.
Yes, sir.
Once they settle down, your children all settle down. Then next is Vanaprastha. by 50 years or 55 years, 60 years, all the children will settle down. Then you should work for the society. That is
Vanaprastha, that is, we call it Vanaprastha.
That
Yes.
in ancient India,
Sir.
100% of the people, they work for the society after the families are settled down.
Yes, sir.
So that's how the India was a great country. Because the senior people, they used to give their experience to the society.
Well
their
said,
wealth
sir.
also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Their wealth also,
sir.
They used to give minimum to the children.
Yes,
and remaining they used to spend for the society.
Sir.
So that is how the India was the greatest country.
Sir.
So you all should work like that. That was in my mind that time. I also thought, after completion of my family responsibilities, I will also work like that.
So that was the motivation for you to again giving back to the society. That's great, sir. So nice and so great. Okay, sir. Then how did you come into contact with RSS activities, sir?
One day I was going in a city for my work on a car.
Yes, sir.
I saw some people, about 40-50 people. They were singing some song like very good rhythmic, that all names are known, well-known names, like ancient rishis, munis, rivers, mountains, warriors, freedom fighters.
Okay.
Rhythmically singing that song.
Yes, sir.
So it was
so nice to hear. Yeah.
Here. So I stopped my vehicle and went to them.
Okay.
I asked them, what are you? What is this? What is? They said it is a wing of it is RSS. Every day we meet here. So you also please come. Every day 1 hour. I said I have no time.
That for Shaka, sir. Morning Shaka.
Shaka.
Yeah.
Shaka.
Yeah.
Morning Shaka.
Yes.
So then I said, at least you come after 1 week, weekly once.
Yes.
I said I can't come even 1 week also. I given my visiting card to them.
Yes, sir.
So after a month or two, they came with their elderly man to my house.
Yes,
luckily,
sir.
that day I was in Sunday. Generally, I never be able to be in Sunday there.
Okay.
So luckily I was there. So after discussion, some chit-chatting and all. So I want to give them 5,000 rupees. I took out 5,000
donation.
rupees.
Okay.
I tried to give them.
Yes, sir.
He asked me what for. I said, what for you have come? Only people come for money. So if I like it, I give. Other if they I don't like it, even if they demand or I don't give. This is my attitude. So I like it even people. He has refused to take it. And he said, if you like...
in fact, they are also, sir, RS. I also go to them, but they are pakka disciplined people.
Then I need not to tell you.
Yes, sir.
So then he told me, once in a year, we take Guru Dakshina.
Guru Puja, yeah. Guru
like Dakshina. In our childhood,
yes, sir.
You used to give to our teacher, Swayam Paka.
Yeah.
We used to give all the children, students, they used to give our teacher. Especially in our village, any teacher come to our village, he don't like to go to leave our village.
Yeah.
Because all that Guru Puja day, they give so much
respect and love and gifts and all.
He was not able to take all that. He used to distribute to others. So that I remembered when he told this gentleman told me this one.
Sir.
So like that I started going to Saka now and then.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I am in their one wing, Seva Bharati.
Sir.
RSS one wing, Seva Bharati.
Yeah.
So they were running some girls' hostel.
Okay.
So they came and requested some to give some brick or cement or all that.
Some support.
Then
yes.
I involved myself. I pulled up more than 10 lakhs money.
Oh, that's great, sir. That's
and
great.
I given 10 lakhs rupees. And we built a beautiful building, 3 floors building. They came to build for a small 2 rooms. 10 girls.
So you made a big building.
Big building. Like that, almost about 7-8 years. I was fully involved in work. I was really enjoying it.
That's great, sir. That's
but
great.
Even that work was not sufficient for me.
Okay.
Then I thought I should do something more. Then I remembered my childhood time that I must win Olympic medal. In the meantime, I have been helping the sportsmen for the 98 November onwards.
Okay.
Every month, 98 December onwards, every month I have been spending 10 lakhs rupees for the society in a different forms for education, sports, or social activity. This last almost 23 years.
Yeah, for charitable purposes. That's great, sir. Yes, sir.
This is now even today also every year minimum 1.2 crores Minimum that is.
That is the target. Great, sir. Great. Why 108, sir? There is a feeling. Why always 108?
Oh, this 108 is a good. I worked for 108 months. Not worked. I didn't work. Government fed me for 108 and given me salary also.
That is for 9 years. That is for 9 years.
9 years, it means 108 months.
Okay.
So 108 months, they given me salary without any work. And given food and accommodation, shelter, clothing, everything.
All benefits, yes.
So I owe a lot to the Air Force.
So that is great. That is great.
So I thought I should give back.
Okay.
So like that, I given 108 lakhs.
1.08 crores, sir.
And I thought I'll give another 9 years, 9 different wings. 9 different wings. I thought I'll give 108 lakhs. Like that. So
not 108, 1.08 crores.
1.08.
1.08 crores. Yes, crores. Yes. Yes, sir. So whom all you gave, sir? So I think you gave to so many.
So far 3 are completed.
Sir.
One is defense. Another is Vidya Bharati. Another is Seva Bharati.
Okay.
And
Dharma Raksha
Samiti. Yes, and a tribal wing. Vanavasi Kalyana.
Yes, sir.
I gave them 50 lakhs.
Okay.
I still owe them 58.
So everywhere 1.08 crores.
Yes. And another I have thought in my mind, sir, that another one wing is labor welfare. Okay. I want to make 324 lakhs.
Oh, why, sir? Why? What is the name?
Because poultry has given me life for 324 months. 27 years.
That is
27
great.
years.
Okay.
27 years. The poultry has made me rich. Labor made me rich.
Yeah.
So I want to pay back to the labor. So I want to make a welfare trust, labor welfare trust.
Okay. Sir, you donated 1.08 crores to our Armed Forces Flag Day through Defense Minister. So I'll share the photographs also. So with the Defense Minister. Then when was it done, sir? When did you do that?
I think it is more than 2 years.
2 years back.
I have no fancy for photos. I don't know. I just give and forget.
I know. But I'll share with our all Air Warriors. So why, sir, suddenly you decided to give to Flag Day? What was the reason?
No, it's not Flag Day, sir. I just given to Defense Minister wherever can be utilized. You utilize.
Achha, okay.
I was not specific.
Achha,
I want to give back to the defense.
Defense, okay, that's great.
I told him it is up to you. Wherever you can utilize, you can.
Okay. So now apart from 9 years. Yeah, apart from 9 years of service, you got only 10 lakhs from Air Force.
10,000.
Sorry, 10,000. But you gave 1.08 crores. So I think you are the only person who donated back to society. I mean, to defense at this level. I salute you, sir.
There are many people are giving there. No, it's not that. But there are many unsung heroes in this country.
Maybe, sir, but so far I think it may be there. We don't know, but as per our knowledge. Giving 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, it's common. 1 lakh, 2 lakhs.
Recently, I came to know one Nair. He was working as a librarian. All the 60, whatever salary he was giving, and for he is working in a hotel and getting food from the hotel.
Yes, sir, there are so many.
I salute him. In front of me, I have nothing. I am zero.
We are as a fraternity, Air Force or Defense fraternity. That way. There are civil people there.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's great, sir. Great. So
we
then
we are fortunate, sir. We have.
Yeah. No, you have that gratitude. No, that's important. Gratitude to the service. Now, sir, you have decided to give 9 different sections. Now already covered 5 sections. Starting from defense to this Vanaprastha, then Eklavya schools, tribal schools, Seva Bharati. Then also for COVID, through what did you do for Seva? How did you do it for Seva Bharati, sir?
That I given 8 ambulance.
Okay.
8 ambulance with the cost of 1 crore 8 lakhs.
Again, for what, sir? Why did you do that?
This van, so they'll pick up the sick people. It will be organized as an ambulance. They go to the hospital.
For corona patients.
Corona patients.
It's a great effort on your side and responding for the social causes. That's great, sir. That's great. So, what else, sir?
There's so
many charitable purposes starting from defense to, sir.
I don't remember many things. I forget.
So donations part, I'll just know donated 1.08 crores to Rajnath Singh.
No, this sports I want to bring to all the people, enlightened people.
Sir.
So our sports scenario to your picture. When I started this sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, okay. CBR Sports Academy. Yes, sir.
First I started helping. First I started in 98 onwards. I started helping the outstanding sportsmen all over the country.
Sir.
I used to send them, depend upon their achievements and age and their requirement. Sir. I used to send every month worth of about 10 lakhs to the sportsmen.
Yes, sir. So these are the. I see you at a lot of places participating in. 1 second, sir. 1 second. So you are there. The foreign people are also there.
Oh, that is. I was appointed as a distributor for India, Highline Company.
Sir. Okay.
Manojan. Hello.
Sir.
I was appointed as a distributor in India.
Sir.
By Highline Company, which is the biggest world's biggest company.
Acha, business related thing. Yes. Sir.
I was a distributor for India.
Okay, that's
very short time because the competitors spoiled everything. They didn't allow me to import.
Okay, this one, sir. This one.
Highline International.
Okay, this photo, sir.
Pardon, sir?
This photo, another photo. Same thing. It looks like a sports kind of thing, a sports activity. Can you see it, sir? Can you see it now, sir? The 9th Krishna University Athletics Championships.